My fiance just ended our 4-year relationship over my deactivated Facebook profile. Hi, I'm Jason, and welcome to the only YouTube channel that gives advice not for the person who posted this, but to all my viewers, which is probably just one right now because this is like my third video, but we're going to get there. So let's learn from others. My fiance found out I have an old Facebook profile and apparently dumped me. I'm trying to figure out what the heck I do now. This all happened about 6 hours ago. I'm still awake at 3:45 a.m. trying to figure out what to do and come to terms with the insanity of it all. My fiance, who just asked me to freaking marry him not 4 months ago, confronted me after I got home from work because somehow he found out I have a deactivated Facebook profile. He was hostile to a point I'd never seen before. It was like he was on the brink of physically assaulting me, but just barely restraining himself. He slammed his hand on the counter a couple of times, really hard, something he's never done before. He gave me the ultimatum of logging into the account right now with him standing there, or he'd leave me and never look back. I was basically crying at this point, trying to remember my email and password on an account I'd made like in high school and I hadn't logged into for like 5+ years. Honestly tried, but I was unable to log in. He accused me of pretending not to remember, yelling, "Have a nice life," and slammed my apartment door so hard he knocked picture frames off the walls. The only thing I can think of is he went trolling through one of my friends' timelines and found an old account I was tagged in or something. I kept replaying the whole scenario in my head, but I can't help but feel like I've done absolutely nothing wrong here. This is like surreal and crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. That's pretty crazy. Now, to be fair, if we're going to try to put this in today's dating context, there's a lot less trust between couples because of all the things that people are seeing out there. So it's super important that when you're in a relationship, you protect that little trust bubble that the both of you have. Because once it's popped, it's very, very hard to get back, if you even can. But let's say she hasn't done anything wrong, he hasn't done anything wrong, and everything's been going well because they just got engaged only 4 months ago. So assuming things are progressing nicely. He came across this Facebook account. Granted, it does seem hidden based on his point of view, but if I was him, if I was going to give him advice, I'd say, first, try to have a normal conversation like two grown adults. If you're going to get married, things like this may not happen often, but when it does, you two need to be able to get together and talk about things like adults. And that's not what happened here. You should come home, say, "I found this thing. I'm really upset about it because I thought we were honest with each other and I knew things about you. This secret account has me a little bit shaken because I think things might be going on. I don't know why you didn't tell me." She would say, "That's an old Facebook account 5 years ago, blah, blah, blah." And then you might want to trust but verify. Nobody wants to be stupid. And then, based on that, you can make a further choice. But in my opinion, he acted like a spoiled, immature child. Yelling, slamming doors, walking out, making your fiance cry. I think, in all honesty, she probably dodged a bullet here. He was not ready for marriage, he's not ready for a relationship, or he's not ready to do those things healthily with another adult human female. So, as sad as it is for her, cry your tears, talk to your friends, your family, your support group, heal yourself, but do what you have to do, pick yourself up, and move on. Think about it in terms of if you had married this man and you had kids and this was not 4 months before your marriage, but 4 years into your marriage, and maybe you have a 2-year-old or you have twins or whatever, and something like this happens and he's ready to just leave, you would be in a much worse situation. So, if you look at it from that point of view, you'll be much happier and much able to get through everything. So like I said, this was a short one, and hopefully no one ever finds themselves in this situation. But if you do, just remember the lesson you learn from others. Good night.